Good evening, everyone. This is Josh Verlin from Philahoops.com. We're here with Marc Narducci from the Philadelphia Inquirer after we watched the Drexel Dragons win their 14th straight game, 63-61 over the William & Mary Tribe. Marc, we didn't expect the game to be this close. What was the big struggle for Drexel tonight?
Well, I think, Josh, that they had real trouble working in the half-court offense. And if you notice, a lot of their shots went down. They took the shot clock down a lot, and by the end, they were forcing a lot of shots. So, in a sense, you got to give them credit for getting a win like this when they certainly didn't play their best.
Drexel's been one of those teams all year that people have been saying they haven't won a good game, and then they're going to look at this game and say, oh, well, they barely beat William & Mary. You really think that's fair?
That isn't fair, and I saw them beat VCU here. You know, they've beaten George Mason. They've won games. The problem with Drexel and the CAA is the fact that they don't have the elite non-conference games. So these bracket buster games coming up are going to be really, really big for them.
Let's talk about that bracket busters matchup with Cleveland State on Saturday. If Drexel wins that game, they're 23-5. Where do you think their at-large chances are?
Well, I think they still have business to do in the CAA tournament, Josh. I mean, I think that, well, first of all, they have to win the regular season. If they win the regular season and get to the CAA final, I think they would have to be in, but you just never know.
In tonight's game, we saw another step in the evolution of Franz Massenet. 22 points, 8 assists, 1 turnover. Is he the best player in the city right now? Where do you rank him among City 6 players?
Well, I'll tell you, he's right there. Temple has a couple pretty good ones, you know, Moore, Wyatt, etc. So I'm not sure about, and Malik Williams of Villanova, he's an outstanding player. But that's not to take anything away from Massenet. He is probably the most improved player. Every coach we've talked to, and you've talked to a lot of the coaches, Josh, in the CAA say he's one of the most improved players. He's a Player of the Year candidate. You know, he averaged 5 a game last year. He's up in the 13 range right now. He's taking all the big shots. He's a great foul shooter. So he's very improved. To say just because he may not be the best player in the city doesn't mean he isn't a great player.
That's for sure. The other big surprise on the Dragons this year has been Damian Lee. Injured ankle tonight, only got to play 19 minutes. How crucial is it for them to get him back and healthy?
Well, you saw it. In the first half, he plays 4 minutes. He's not a factor. He doesn't score. They needed him in here. Remember, he hit the 2 big threes and everything. Very, very crucial. I'll tell you, I love his release. He's got one of the quickest releases I've seen, and he's just a fearless shooter, and he hits big shots. He's had a great freshman year. Now, you talk about best freshman in the city. He's definitely had the best freshman season in the city.
Yeah, and at 6'6", it's really going to be interesting to see what the future holds for Damian Lee. Drexel wins 63-61. Marc Narducci, thanks so much for sitting down with us. Have a good night, everybody.